Welcome to the Choose on Purpose podcast, where leaders live with intention. I'm Becky Ploutz, and every week we explore the mindset shifts, courageous conversations, and transformational stories that help you become the woman you're called to be. Whether you're growing your confidence, strengthening your leadership, building your business, or simply learning to trust yourself again, you're in the right place. Because your future isn't built by chance. It's built by the promises you keep to yourself and the choices that you make on purpose. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's grow stronger together. The question I want to bring to you right away is, when was the last time you sat down with absolutely nothing to solve? Nothing to solve. No emails, no notifications, no laundry, no rushing, no performing, right? Just thinking. Most people don't have a productivity problem. They have a reflection challenge. We've become experts at doing and beginners at thinking. Thinking. And one of the greatest gifts I've ever given myself is permission to think. That's why I created the think tank. Not consuming, not reacting, not scrolling. Think. That's why every first Tuesday of the month inside the On Purpose community, we're gathering for something I call the think tank. Not because we have all the answers, but because powerful questions create powerful lives. And I do believe that we have the answers within us that we need in the immediate next step. So drawing it out of our heads and onto paper and into our lives to make it a reality is important. Your life moves at the speed of your thinking. I'll say that again. Your life moves at the speed of your thinking. Everything you have today once existed as a thought. It was an idea. It was a desire. It was a thought. Every relationship, every business, every dream or opportunity, everything. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. So why don't we spend more time protecting that? Our thinking time. So it's important to think before we build our lives, our businesses, our leadership, our legacy. Most people jump into action, which can be good when we've thought about the process, like when we thought about it more than just like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Let's go. And I've done that before. And I know from experience. Creators pause. They do observe and reflect and pray and journal, right? Creators ask questions. They notice patterns. Then they move. Thinking isn't procrastination. It's preparation. Because questions change everything. Inside the think tank, we ask questions like, who am I becoming? What's asking to be released? What feels alive? Where am I forcing something? Right? And what opportunities am I overlooking right now? And what promise do I need to keep to myself today? One great question literally can save years of frustration. That's enough right there to know the importance of creating space for you to think before you act to some level, right? Your life moves at the speed of your thinking. So, this is another reason that community really matters, right? Thinking alone is powerful, and thinking together is transformational because someone else sees possibility you can't. We can't see it all just for ourselves. It builds strength in numbers when we think together, right? Others challenge our blind spots. They celebrate your vision, hold belief when yours feels shaky, questionable, unreasonable, maybe even. That's why I love gathering women together, period. Because it's not to tell each other what to do, but to think better together. So, your invitation, if you've been craving clarity, if your business feels noisy, your career feels noisy, your impact right now feels noisy. If life feels overwhelming, maybe you don't need another strategy. Maybe you simply need space. Space to breathe, to think, to hear your own wisdom again. So good. That's exactly what the think tank was designed for. Your next breakthrough probably isn't hiding inside another course. It may be waiting inside one uninterrupted hour when you finally give yourself permission to think. Remember, your future is built on the promises you keep to yourself. So choose with intention, live with purpose, and keep becoming the woman you were created to be. Until next time, empower your journey, choose on purpose, and share this with a friend that needs to hear this today.